really well. The thing that I want to emphasize before Josh hops behind again, let's say that if you want to drill this on the wall, okay, the way you can do it is you're here, and that guy tries to push you forward, and instead of letting your arms come in, you brace them out at this angle and drop your chest a little bit so you know you can't chop your arms. You guys have done that before, right? Really brace real wide, okay, and then you pick up a little bit so you can push it, knee slide it back. From here, what the pressure should look like, and this is kind of why I knocked myself out that one time. Once you knee slide back, you pop up and you get a foot up, and then you slam back into that guy. You want to run over backwards. When you're drilling, if he's not really chopping anymore, like when you drill, the top guy push forward, and then once you do your move, he lets up. Until half the time or more, you're going to run right over him and fall. But in a match, he's not going to let up. And if you push like this, you're going to wind up hitting a perfect stand-up. Okay, I will show you what to do in case he does try to suck you back like you would probably do to a crab, or if he falls. All you do is tuck your knees to your chest and then backwards roll. And he won't stay with you. You're going to roll right over him, like a steam roll. You guys know what that is? You're going to put fresh black top down. Right over you. Okay? So, maybe I should show that now. No, we'll do that later. What I'm going to show you now is a changeover. Okay, so if the guy chops you hard to one side, and his body is off to that side chopping, like Josh hopping bottom here, let me show the position. So sometimes guys, like where you should be, guys, is on top, controlling the hips. If you look at that, you want to free your hips, and you want to gain height. So if you watch, have you ever noticed the difference between college guys, the way they ride, and high school kids? High school kids ride with their arms, college kids ride with their bodies. So they're here. I'm pinching this, my weight is down on his thigh, I have this arm in here, and then they're totally like, it's tight, it's heavy, you can't get your hips away from his hips. And that's why when high school kids go to college, it's so hard for the first couple months to get out and bottom, because you're not used to that. High school kids have a tendency to try to chop you with their arms, and they're way out here, and you're over on this side, and their hips aren't doing anything. They're not using the legs whatsoever, it's all arms. If the guy does that, hit a changeover right away. A changeover, how many people know a changeover? If you don't, how many people know a switch? A switch is a changeover, except you're not going for the leg. It's such a small difference. A changeover is just to free your hips. You're unwrapping that tight waist. You know? Okay, show it. So watch what Josh does here. I'm going to tight waist, real tight. Let's say that I started on this side and I came over real tight waist and I came over this side. Now all I'm riding with is my tight waist. Like Josh could think to himself, but man, if that hand wasn't on my belly, I'm bad. So what he can do is unwrap it by turning towards the source. Just like that. Now look, I don't have a tight waist anymore. In fact, it hurts my shoulder a little bit. So I have to chase him. Now what I want Josh to do, instead of grabbing my leg, okay, because if he grabs my leg, it locks him on his hip. Okay, and I can limp arm and step over and we get in these scrambles and stuff, which he would like, but if you just want to get out on a better guy, what you can do is put your hand right up under his armpit like you did, right where you were. See where my arm is? See where Josh put his hand? He's going to pick his hips up, put all his weight on that arm. Now, see, I don't like that. I had that shoulder rebuilt. This hurts my arm. Okay, but when he does that, I can't do anything with my right arm. And then he's gonna like, kind of run in a circle around that hand, so only his feet and that hand are down. Go ahead, Josh. And I'll just fall right off. My arm is like this way. So you hit almost like a switch. Guys, way off to that side. This arm comes across. Try to rip his hand out like Josh grabbed my elbow here. You got a good tight waist. I want to try boom and get that thing loose. Boom. Okay? It's not always going to come out. But I gotta get my arm over here so he's extended. If I leave it back here and I try to do this, I'm gonna get knocked down and my arm's behind my back. That's bad. You never want your hand behind your back. Okay, here's another rule on bottom. Keep your hands where you can see them. This is bad. This is good. Okay, keep your hands where you can see them. If they're behind your back, you're in trouble. Don't let your hands go where you can't see them. Okay, so my hands are right here in front of me. And he's pulling me way to the left side off that tight waist. I'm going to pull my hand over here so that when I hit my changeover, I pick this leg up and I hit my switch. Watch. Now look at my hand. I can't see it. Boom, pull it over here so you can see it. Josh, hold that elbow. Okay, I want to pull it right to here. See what that did to his left side? Watch it pull him down. Hold on to it, don't let it go. See it pull him down? It throws his balance off. A lot of times they won't let it go, but by holding on to it, if you grip it in front of you just like this, it'll make him like totally extended, and then if you pop up and circle, you can't follow it. You guys understand?
Yes.
So you're either gonna get it out and free the grip, or you're gonna rip it across and it'll pull him down and get him off balance. So I'll show it one more time. All right, so he's trying to chop real hard. I'm like, okay, this sucks. I gotta unwrap this waist, man. He's controlling my hips just with his waist. So I'm gonna take his hand, pull it over to here, lift my leg up, hit a switch, and now this arm's gotta go boom, right in front. Hold on to that, right there. Now my hips come up. See my arm down there? See Josh's arm? Josh, try to follow me. See how you can't? Because my arm is in the way. So all I'm doing is this. And you'll get right out. Maybe you can blast double on from there. Let me show you. So your switch becomes like a changeover to a power double. He's chopping me. Put that braced out. Pull this across so it's not so extended. Lift. Change over. Grip it. And you're here. And you free up. Boom! Right there. You get a double. Okay? So if you break the grip, you'll hit 2 instead of 1 if you like being on top. Can you do it? Basically, here's the deal. Switches work in high school. In college, they don't work as well anymore. Because if I go to this position and I sit on my butt, you see what he's doing already? He's adjusting, he's following me. I don't have any pressure on his shoulder, and my hips are down. Changeovers work well because you're up like this instead of sitting on your butt. So this is a switch. It's a version of a switch that will work for the rest of your life instead of just when you're little. Okay? Can we do it? All right, go.